There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a little book smart. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com helping you create something awesome today. So today we've got another graphic design video, and today I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 books for graphic designers. So I kind of want to start the first one with one of my favorite graphic designers, and this book is all about inspiration. It's one of the biggest challenges when you're a graphic designer or a creative is to find great sources of inspiration, and sometimes you need a really good example of someone who's been there before and done the work. As a designer and an overall art director, I take a lot of inspiration from Rodham Malinek, and I highly recommend Book of Ideas. This book is amazing because it's just a lot of great inspiration and a lot of different creative projects. It's very well thought out and put together. And I really dig this because Rodham Malinek is an art director that I've been following for years. And whenever I need an example of something that's truly well executed, I immediately think of him. So he's definitely one of my favorite designers, and I super appreciate this book. Numbers 2 and 3 are Steal Like an Artist and Show Your Work, both by Austin Kleon. These books are not design centric or focused. They're overall more about creativity and the way that we think about creativity. And I think that if you read both of these books, it'll really open you up and change your mind about some of your ideas, about how you work and think and interpret your creativity, your ideas, and how you're positioning and marketing yourself. I think that these two books by themselves could be the cure for starving artist syndrome. It's a real epidemic that we've got to deal with. For all of you font snobs out there, I definitely recommend Just My Type. This book is more of a little bit of the history of the evolution of typography and type design, and I really think that this book is a must read for anybody who is a designer, because you really have to have an appreciation and a sense of how parts of the craft have evolved over time and what the backstory behind a lot of this is. And it's going to really affect and inform some of your design choices and decisions. And it also will give you a healthy respect for people who are veterans in the industry. So I definitely recommend it. The foreword is by Chip Kidd. He's actually a really famous and well-known graphic designer. And he actually did a great presentation at How Design Live in 2016. So if you're not familiar with Chip Kidd, I highly recommend you look into him. He's not the author of this book, but he did write the foreword, and I did want to mention that. Numbers 5 and 6 are really special. We have Logo and we have Symbol. And these two books are actually really cool. They don't just look fantastic, but if you really want an understanding of logo design and you want some great examples, this book is just chock full of them. And if you're doing concept work and development, and you really are feeling stumped, I highly recommend that you take a look at these books, and this will help put you back in touch with some of the fundamentals and give you some examples to work off of and give you a little bit of context to some of the famous logos and symbols that you might be familiar with. And so definitely am recommending both of these. By the way, links to all the books that I'm talking about here and a few more will be in the description below as Amazon affiliate links. They help out the channel. They cost you nothing extra. Next, we have a book that's going to help you with pricing your graphic design if you're a freelancer and give you a better sense of pricing and marketing yourself effectively. These are things that I know a lot of designers struggle with. I talk about these things a lot on the channel, and someone who actually is very competent to help you understand this is the author of this book, Elise Benin. A lot of you might actually know her from the How Design podcast and also the Creative Entrepreneurs track at How Design Live. She's a great public speaker in her own right. And she's actually a good friend of mine. So I definitely recommend you check out this book if you're somebody who's struggling with marketing themselves, pricing, and positioning as a designer. This book will definitely give you some more insight into that. And she has a lot of other books that I think would be helpful for you. So I'll link those down below as well. For graphic design students, this book says it all. Graphic Design School. This book is a comprehensive on the principles of graphic design. I really think that this is a fantastic primer for anyone just getting into graphic design. It could be a refresher for you if you've already been doing this for a while. And I think that this is a solid book. It is a little bit older. I think I have one of the earlier editions. I think I have the 3rd edition. I'll try and link to the newest one down below. Not every graphic designer is going to be a Photoshop user, but the far majority are, and thus I have to recommend Layers. Again, I'm using an older edition of this. I've had this for years. It is a fantastic guide to understanding one of the most powerful aspects of Photoshop, which is the layers tool and panel. And so I would highly recommend this. This book is probably one of the best overall books that I could recommend to anyone who wants to get into photo manipulation and photo retouching and compositing. This book is going to have exactly what you need to understand about that if you are trying to go that route in your career, or if you're a digital artist, then definitely make sure you're getting this book. Matt Kliskowski is definitely one of the veterans of the industry and a Photoshop power user. So with this book, you're in good hands. And finally, one of my absolute favorites on this list is Art Direction Explained at Last. This book is a little thicker. It is a little heavier, but is a great book. It's got a lot of history into it. What you'll learn is you'll learn about the old school creative and art directors and what their role in the industry was and how they got started. And I think it's really fascinating. I think if you read it, you'll actually get some insight into how you can evolve your career. A lot of people, when they talk about their stories and share their experiences in this book and how they got started as designers and as creatives, you'll find out how much grit and hustle and just old school doing their own work and building their own opportunities really made a difference in where they ended up, because this industry wasn't established in the way that it is today and the way that we recognize it. And even the parts of it that were becoming established were extraordinarily elitist and it was very hard to break in. And so a lot of these people, they made their own opportunities. And I think in reading this particular book, you'll get a better understanding and appreciation for that. And maybe it'll inspire you to do your own thing. There are people in there that were doing really old school newsletters, laying them out themselves and circulating them and printing them and running their own underground magazines. I mean, it's amazing to think of how they did these things. So I think if you read this, it'll not only finally help you understand what an art director is and what art direction is about, but it'll help you understand really what it takes to be a successful creative on any level and how much self-discipline and hustle and initiative play a role beyond just talent and being in the right place at the right time. So yeah, these are my top 10 favorite books for graphic designers. These, in my opinion, are the best of the best, but as nice of a stack as this is, I will have links to some additional books that I didn't mention here that definitely deserve a look if you're a graphic designer or any type of creative in the description below. So make sure you're checking that out. And I'm going to set these down. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you have asked me about books for graphic designers and for artists before, and so now you got a whole pile of them to check out. One of the other things I want to do more often on this channel is I love doing these Graphic Design Monday videos for you guys, but I want to talk about creativity in a much broader sense. So I'm actually thinking of starting a little bit of a vlog. This will be different than my Sunday vlogs, which are more about life and motivation and things that are going on with me and old war stories. This will be a vlog that I call Creative Thoughts. I'm not going to daily vlogging. I have no real interest in doing that, but I really do want to have more conversations with you guys. I want to be able to answer your questions, and I want to be able to talk about my thoughts and experiences on what's happening in our industry in a new way, in addition to another project that I've been teasing is a YouTube show. So those two things are coming down the pipeline. I'd love ideas from you guys in the description below. What do you guys want to talk about? Do you guys want to talk more about creative education? Do you guys want to talk about things revolving around young people, creative mindset, industry trends that are happening right now? Are those things that interest you guys, and would you want to have a conversation about them? Let me know in the comment section. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.